And now let's get all the news of the week from the United States. Sarah Jacob has all of it.
In a case that's making headlines across the United States, a magistrate in New York has recommended that an Indian official with the Ministry of External Affairs pay $1.5 million in damages to her former maid on charges that she was mistreated and worked like a slave. Today on Eye on America, we have for you the man who's fighting this case against Indian official Neena Malhotra and her husband Yogesh on behalf of their former maid, Shanti Gutrung. Mr. Kallan, I must ask this question to be fair to all sides. We've heard and seen many cases where domestic servants are mistreated by their employers in the United States. But on the other hand, we sometimes do also see cases where domestic workers use loopholes in the law to file cases against their employers so that they can stay on in the United States, because it is sometimes a fast route to getting a green card or citizenship. Why should one believe that your client is not doing the latter?
For at least two reasons. First of all, she wasn't about to go back to India. The Malhotras were not offering her a ride on an airplane back home. She had repeatedly asked for that and had been told no. She was being told that the Malhotras were leaving, but that she was being handed over to another diplomat. So if she wanted to stay in the United States, all she had to do was go along with the Malhotras' plan. And she was not interested in that. The other reason to believe Shanti's story is that a court has now found the allegations to be true. The Malhotras have not defended themselves. They have not come to court to deny the allegations, and they are now deemed proven. So these are not allegations anymore, these are facts.
So does that mean Shanti will be returning to India, or is she going to stay on in the States?
Shanti continues to be afraid of retaliation from the Malhotras, and we're not giving out any information about her whereabouts or her situation at this time.
So where has your client been for the past 2 years now? And how is she surviving then?
She is surviving. She has work, but we don't give out details about her whereabouts because she continues to be in fear of retaliation by the Malhotras.
So is this a case of abuse, or is Shanti just grabbing a chance to stay on in the United States? Perhaps we'll never know. Well, at least not until Neena Malhotra gives us her side of the story. But still, this case is just one in a series of embarrassing claims against Indian officials and diplomats working here in the United States over the past few years. In June, the Consul General in New York, Mr. Prabhu Dayal, was sued by a former maid on similar charges. Mr. Dayal is fighting the case in court. Already, 2 of the more serious charges against him have been dismissed. In January last year, an envoy to the Indian mission to the UN was recalled after alleged indecent behavior with women on a flight into New York. Just a week earlier, third-ranking diplomat in the Indian High Commission in London, Anil Verma, was transferred back to India following allegations that he had assaulted his wife. So when the Prabhu Dayal charges broke, the MEA reacted strongly, saying that it was disappointed and deeply concerned that Indian diplomats and their family members should be targeted in such a manner in a friendly country like the USA. While it's still unclear just what pressure New Delhi can put on Washington, considering these lawsuits don't involve the government and really are civil suits filed with the help of US legal aid groups, these cases have added to the ruffling of feathers between India and the US, whether it's been over the inability of American companies to do atomic trade with India, or more recently, President Obama's scathing attacks on outsourcing in the run-up to the 2012 elections.
The NDTV News app had redefined the entire genre. Now, another market beater. It's already hit #1.
NDTV Profit, India's #1 finance app. Download free at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Live stream of NDTV Profit, market news, and your easy-to-manage portfolio. Download now, ndtvprofit.com/apps.